Hi, and welcome back to my garage. Today is a little bit of a different project. We're talking about a transport moped. Looks like this, with a Sachs engine, and of course this engine sucks because it's a Sachs. Haha. But anyway. We have problems with the gears. The gears are not running perfectly, and the problem is that when you get the first gear in, you will not be able to get the last gear in, the third one, and everything in between. So first off, I try to adjust it as it's supposed to be done. And what you do is to put the second gear in, and then you look for this pin here to be in the middle. That's the way it should be. But then we have also different parts inside that might be needed to be adjusted. So take off this cover and see what we have in here. So this is how it looks inside. So this lever here pushes on this rod here, and okay, I immediately spot a problem here. They turned this washer the wrong side. This should be in this side, because when you push the lever here, it will almost jump off, I believe, anyway. So, the first thing is to take off this and change this and see what happens. So, how to do that, maybe? I think this could be a little bit tight here. So. I'll slightly grab it with this. Yeah, so this should be this way. When it's this way, it doesn't lift the right thing, so in the right way. So even if you adjust this right, there's not the right angles here. If you have this washer, this half washer, or what do you want, a horseshoe thing, turned in this way, it must be in this way, and then you will have the proper function. So now I just have to put this on again. I think it could be a little bit tricky. We can try now to figure out if the gears are. Now we have the second gear in. Let's see. Now we have the third gear in, and now we have the first gear in. Almost. So what's the problem? It seems like actually it's working. So the first gear, put in the first gear, seems to be there. The neutral. Let's see the second gear. There's something wrong with the lever too, I think. It's like, you see here, it doesn't want to go in for some reason. Okay, there's something. Maybe it's more about the third gear. The third gear. Second gear. seems actually that it might work here. There's a problem here. I don't know if we will. Oh my god. This engine really needs some new bearings. Okay, so I talked to the owner, and he was willing to take the decision that we tear the motor apart and find out what's wrong with it. At least there's need for some bearings and some new gaskets and things like that. Maybe a new piston and such, just ordinary things. And then the engine will run for 30-40 years more. So we will also find out what's the problem with this. Why this lever is getting stuck when you get into the second gear. So hopefully we can repair it or fix it somehow, and he will get the engine back and the whole moped back and runs. So I'm just going to tear it apart, and you will be able to watch the whole disassembly and assembly. The next thing here is to get the oil from the gearbox out and then start to take it apart. Okay, so first of all I need to pour out the oil that's inside, if there is any. Sometimes there is no oil inside, but I hope it is this time, because one thing is a lot harder to keep alive if you don't have oil inside. So let me see what happens here. Okay, there wasn't much, and it's what it was. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there is some oil mixed with water here inside. I guess I put back the plug in, the drain plug, and just take it apart. So in that case I start with the pieces around here, the cylinder, the carburetor and stuff like that. like so. Barrel looks okay. What's this? This was really strange. I guess I should give you guys a look in here. I don't know if you can see. Try to. Let's see, we'll have some lighters. What does it show? When the piston goes down here, you see that, or do you see it? I'll put it like this. Like so. Right here you see the transfer port, and the transfer port when the piston is in the bottom position is barely open, and also the exhaust port is only about half open. I wonder if it could be the wrong piston inside here. That we need to figure out later on, but as you see, only half open transfer port is not a good thing if you think about performance, and that could be one of the reasons why it was so slow when I test drive it. So, well, we will find out further on. What more? An 8mm for the. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should go this way again. 8mm for the carburetor. This I have to look through also because it was flowing over with gasoline here, so I think the parts inside here could be damaged. Usually they are when they are like sitting around for maybe 30 years with no use, and I mean gasoline is something that. What's the problem with this one? Like so. Gasoline is, how to say, should be kept fresh because, yeah, it over time it gets. The only thing that's left here is old oil, and the worst thing is when you have a carburetor like this and you get water inside. Then this is. It could almost be impossible to say because the aluminium oxidize and everything, like, yeah, it's rust. It's like rust, but it's oxidizing aluminium, and it could get almost impossible to get the channels inside clear. So, but this looks okay, so I think it's only a problem with the floating dowel in there or something like that. Maybe the seat up here could be damaged too. It looks okay inside. No scratches or marks or something like that. put that aside. Piston needs to be moved. Let's hope for the maybe we'll see later on. Clip, the piston clip. Let's hope for the best one. Try to press out the. I was very easy. Piston bolt. So. Okay. I don't know. This will be a little bit off here in the camera. I'll have to find out if this is the right piston. Anyway, in the end, there's a lot of ways to fix that because the ports need to be open, otherwise you get very poor performance. So we put that aside. I want to tear the whole engine apart first to find out what's the real problems, if there is any. Seems like there is no play in the push rod or the conrod. Sorry, the conrod is called the conrod. So that's good, because the bearings inside here is really pain in the ass to change the bearings. It's almost better to actually change the whole crank in those cases. These kind of engines are really cheap on the cranks, so I mean the work and you have to get it straight and balanced. It's too much. So what next? Maybe I'll pull off the flywheel. Okay, so I got it apart and now the oil is coming out, so I need to find something to, or whatever, because I don't call this oil. This is mess. Terrible mess. Water mixed with oil, left here for many years. Nice grayish stuff, or brownish, whatever. Mess. Yeah, don't like it. Don't like it at all. This is what happens when you get water inside. So never let your dear love stay outside in the rain. At least not over the winter. I don't know if this is the problem here, but usually when it looks like this, the oil is, there has been water in the oil. Okay, I have some of the goo got out of the onion. I have to wash everything here later on to get it clean again, but anyway, we are taking it apart. So now we're starting with the clutch. I don't know if this is the right way. This is the way I used to do on Sachs engines. They suck. Oh, it could be dangerous. Oh, shit. So that could happen, and it did happen. Always be careful, folks. Things come flying. This time it flew off, and oh my god, this is not good. I'll have to try to find all of these then later, but my garage is not that big, so I think I will be able to find them. Okay, so now I will take this apart, and there's a lot of what is it called in English? Rod bearings. There's a lot of loose rods that's gonna fall out here, but I've done it before, so I know what happens. You see them over here. So those I have have to take care of. And this is the crank, the other side, and the gearbox. So here is a lot of interesting things we need to inspect and see how they are, because there must be something, some reason for why why the gear didn't function so well. Maybe it's only this goo that should be oil. I don't know. But I will inspect all parts here and find out. So this is the shaft for the other side here. So I think I'm going to be able to push that out now on this side. So as I said, this shaft here was I'm going to be able to take it out by doing like this. So I have to get the woodruff key here. I think I need to take that away, otherwise I will not get it out. And let's turn from the other side again to keep track of all of the small shims that could be here everywhere. And this is that shaft. So I keep track of all the shims here, so I don't have to do that again. This shaft is the same. There is no, yeah, there is shims too. So as I said before, here is a nut I have to take away also to be able to take off the wheel, and in order to be able to mount the new seal here. So yeah, it's time to do that. I do that off camera. It's nothing to see actually. Let's take away this nut and take away the wheel, and I start inspecting things here. As from what I see right now, it seems like maybe this shaft this should be a good idea to exchange it, because it has a lot of wear here, and I don't know if that is supposed to be there. Maybe it is. Maybe it should be. I figured it out. This is not so expensive, and maybe this is a part of the problem here. But it was quite hard to shift gears, and there is wear here. So this rod is pushed inside here, up and down, and where it stays here, it has like kind of slots where it stays, and I don't think that it should be. I think it should be flat, but I have to check that. In that case, it would be better to exchange the shaft in order to get a good way of shifting gears. So, but otherwise there is no visible big problems inside. Mostly the biggest problem is the goo that's everywhere. This so-called oil mixed with water, and yeah, I have to clean everything, and then I contact the owner and tell him what to do. I think we need to be we will change the bearings and the seals on the crank. I think we will change this one if I can decide it. I will think about it, and then it's just cleaning and mount everything together again and fix it. So okay, so I'll be back when I start mounting things again. So see you next time.